God love you. You said it. Which is that what I love here, you're playing well to the Aussie audience. God love you. Which is, we all know, and it doesn't matter how serious or insignificant things can be they sort of big news events or you're just trying to put something together in your own mind. Just because two dots are close together doesn't mean you can force them together. And it feels like this action in part is him trying to force those dots to be joined, because the defence that the Mirror have kept offering up in the courtroom was, well, hang on, there were three possible ways you could have got to that conclusion. You've just come up with what you think the answer is. Have they progressed on from that, though? Do they need to do more to disprove? Because, do they have to win 33-0? Does Harry only have to win, 2-31?
I think ultimately the judge is going to be pouring. There was no jury trial here. Will be pouring through every piece of evidence. But even those 33, there was never one moment where he said, I know that this was as a result of phone hacking. And that's the hard part for Harry. He may have his suspicions that a lot of this information may have been gleaned, as he would deem, in an illegal manner. But this is what is so hard to prove. But bearing in mind, this was some time ago, and, things have moved on significantly. And that's so hard for Harry. And that's where I think he's trying to reconcile himself, that this is his big moment to take on the British media, to take on the people that feel has ruined his life. But let's not forget, until he got married, he was actually very well supported by the British media. They did appreciate him. He was seen as a positive force for good. It's only in subsequent events that this is all unraveled. And as he said during court, he's done a lot of this to ensure that this doesn't affect his wife, Meghan, and be subject to a constant sort of hate articles and extreme sort of vilification in the press. And so that's part of his reason. But he's got to prove in a court of law, and that's a different thing than just talking on Oprah or Netflix or writing about it in his book. And that's the problem for him.
Good on you, Rupert. I always love a radio man because you know exactly the words to use and beautifully describe things. You're at the top of your craft. Good on you, mate.